Hola, ¿cómo estás? This is Cerveza Boyz. No, dos, tres, cuatro. I
Uh,
I never know the number, but I gotta count it out. So
my
we got
ethnically ambiguous brother. I
well,
like it.
first off, I want to say that we actually had, this is just new. This is for kicks, this MMA shit. We actually got a couple of comments, man, on some of these videos.
No shit, really?
Positive shit. You guys are pretty
What?
good. Like this was
Whoa.
entertaining. I'm gonna subscribe.
Oh.
I know.
Ah.
It's touching
That
because
makes
we've
my
known this
tickles.
all
I'm
along.
happy.
Yeah, we've known
Yeah.
this all along.
So
So,
what's going on in the MMA world, bro?
well, I try to keep up every week. We're going to hit on some of this. So the first thing that comes, well, let's start off
Yeah.
with the man, the myth, and the legend, Khamzat, or as Kobe Covington says, Cumshot, but Khamzat Chimaev.
So good.
So
God, I love that.
he's supposed to fight Gilbert Burns, but you know this guy built himself up. He fights multiple times in one weekend.
Yeah.
You watch
Yeah.
him fight, it's just it's like he's toying with an animal or a
He's
small
a winner.
child.
He's a fucking winner, man.
What does he possess, Dean? What is there? Like what? It's just different, isn't it? You sense that this is greatness.
So he's one of Khabib's boys, right? Like he's a
No,
Dagestan guy. No, he's
no,
not.
he's from
Oh,
Russia originally.
okay.
Family immigrated to Sweden, and then he's trained there, and he's like the Sweden national wrestling. He kills everybody there. Yeah,
I
but he's from
didn't know
Russia
that.
originally. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, there is something in Russians. I don't know what it is about Russians, man. Whether it's a Rocky villain or whether it's fucking Khabib, there's just something about them that's just like, I'm going to destroy you.
First, you
Huh?
grow up in Russia. It's fucking cold.
Yeah.
Everybody's an alcoholic. They don't have
Yes.
American football. You can't hit anybody. I guess you got hockey or
Yeah.
soccer. And if
Yeah.
you're not doing either one of those, you might as well beat people up because you're
You're,
going to be
and you're
drunk
still
anyway.
beating people up in hockey, man. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
there's something.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
He's just, I remember that right in, it was the height of COVID and he had those back-to-back fights.
yeah,
You remember that?
yeah.
And he destroyed them. It was like, and he didn't destroy them like, oh, I'm just gonna like wrestle you down to the ground, like in that boring Khabib way. He's a striker too, man. He could hit like a truck.
Nobody hit
Ah,
him. Nobody hit him.
nobody
Like
hit
they
him.
didn't even hit him.
He's
It's
untouchable.
I was interesting. I was watching an interview from him. He was fighting at 185. It was his back-to-back fight. He'd
Yeah.
won the 170. He was going up to 180. And they were interviewing him at the press day, and his opponent was on the other side. His opponent's he's like 30-14. He's won most of his fights. He's lost some.
Solid.
He's just like, answer these questions. This man is no good. How many times have you lost? Many times. Many times. I never lose. You lose many times. And he's just like, well, we'll see what happens on Saturday. And he's just like, this is nothing to me. This is easy paycheck. This is not, why am I here? This is easy
Oh
paycheck.
man.
But he's saying it, he's not talking shit. He's just like, this is nothing.
It's
I can't
reality.
believe you're paying me for this.
Yeah.
The
You know what's
only
great too?
what?
Everyone's afraid of him. Nobody wants to fight him.
Nobody wants to fight him.
Nobody wants to
Well,
fight
I'll
him.
give Gilbert, who's number 2 in the rankings, is going to fight this guy, and I don't think Gilbert's got isn't that crazy? This guy hasn't been tested. Gilbert's number 2. He's fought with Usman. I think he kills Gilbert. That's just the aura he has around him.
What are
And-
the odds? Do you know the odds?
No, I don't, because it's not official.
They've got to be in Chimaev's favor. They've got to be.
The fight, though. Come on, man. The fight you want to see is Usman versus Chimaev.
That's the one.
That is you got the number 1 pound per pound fighter in the world who's the dominating champ, beating up legit guys against the myth, the fucking just the whatever he is. I don't know what the fuck he is.
I gotta tell you, man. I don't know why I don't like Usman. I just don't like him. Personally,
Really?
I don't like him. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not because he's like some kind of evil dude or something like that. I just find him kind of boring.
What?
You know?
I used to find him that way. I've grown to like him because he has been finishing people lately.
Lately, yeah.
Except
And
Kobe. Yeah.
The Kobe fight was a good fight. It was a good fight. You know?
It's kind of stupid on Kobe's part. It's like you win the last 2 rounds. Why didn't you win the last 3 rounds? I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's like he turned it on too late. It was
That's
weird.
what I really wanted to see Kobe and Chimaev.
Oh, I wanted to see Kobe as champ. That would have been fantastic. The world would have just
Donald Trump calls up Donald Trump. Be like, yeah, then you're going to be the champion.
Calling COVID the common flu. It was fucking great. And cum shot. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I would love. I think Khamzat fights Usman. I think Khamzat wins, and then I think it's versus Kobe, and that would be.
See that, but here's the thing, man. Usman's just unbeatable.
He's,
Unbeatable.
what are you talking?
Unbeatable.
He beat fucking Covington 80,
And what's his record?
48, 47.
And what's his record, Chase? Huh?
He's
The
lost the fight
dude's who did he lose to?
early in his career. He lost one.
Okay, early in his career. The dude's just and he looks better than ever.
Who wins that, Dean? Usman or Khamzat?
Let me see the Gilbert Burns.
Okay.
Okay. I need to see. I need to see that. That's very important.
All right, let's switch gears. Tony Ferguson's going to fight Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler's going to throw down Tony. Look, man, what are we doing with Tony? We just keep fucking putting him on a cross, man. This fight's going to end in a knockout.
Yeah.
This is if I was Michael Chandler, I'd be like, oh, I don't even have to train. I could train for 4 weeks. Tony's done. Tony is one of those fighters that he had this incredible, he had an incredible peak for 2 or 3 years where he could have been the best in the world. And it's a shame he never got that fight
with Khabib. It never happens.
His cliff, his fall off, it was not a slow decline. It was he fell off a cliff.
It was, and that cliff was called Justin Gaethje.
I could put some damage on Tony right now, before he finishes me. It's just he's not there anymore, man. Chandler's gonna kill him
because he was fun to watch. He was so fun to watch back in he was like
El Kakui, man. He was the boogeyman. Yeah, he was fucking weirdo. Yeah, he is.
It's a shame too, because man, that division is so stacked. But Chandler's a great fighter too. He's fucking great. Like I know he's lost over and over, but he comes and brings a show, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm still thinking it'll be a good fight, but you're right. Poor Tony. I think there's just a point where the insanity of his mind is not aware of the limits of his body.
Well, let's remember at one point while he was intern champ, he was hospitalized for claiming that he was God and put on antipsychotics.
Yeah.
And then he came back and continued fighting. He's fucking crazy dude, man.
Still gonna watch the fight.
I'll still watch. I don't know what Tony does with I would love to see how Tony copes with losing.
I mean, he's lost the last few.
Right, but I don't know how he does it. I can't imagine. He's had a psychotic break, literally. As a psychologist, when you call yourself God and are walking around and have to be hospitalized and put on antipsychotics, that's what we call psychosis. You had a psychotic break.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I imagine, you know what I think it is? I think it's denial. I'm still the best. There's an off week. I just need to train a little harder. That's how I imagine Tony thinking in his head. Has a couple more wins, I'll be back there.
I guess if you're talking about the mind of a madman, you can have that kind of logic, but
ultimate denial. Ultimate.
It's hard. How can you watch the fights?
He probably doesn't.
How can you watch the? Yeah, you probably don't.
Yeah.
That's actually exactly the answer. Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah,
watch
that's right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I can beat him. It was a lucky day. Yeah.
Let's see what happens, man. I'm totally down, but yeah, I think Chandler is due for a good win, and Ferguson's past.
You know what? The other thing, Gaethje puts beatings on people that permanently fucking alter them. Like Chandler in interviews, he's like, I can never fight like that again. That took a year or two off my life.
Do you know what did he say that?
He said, I can never fight like that again.
Holy shit. Yeah.
But I should have gone to the takedown. I cannot stand with that guy. Yeah.
Let me tell you, you know what I love about Gaethje? I love Gaethje so much, but when he fights, he stands up very straight. He doesn't lean in. He's very straight with his back is fucking straight. And it's almost like he's inviting them. Like, come on, come at me, come at me and stuff. And he does those counter punches. Oh my God. You hear them. And suddenly you become a little nauseous. You just get a little nausea, in your stomach. You're just oh, that hurt. That cracked some bone.
If you're a great athlete and you can fight, you always got your punch. You got your right or your left. Gaethje's got both. I mean, I don't know which shot is left or right for him is equal. And he throws them with just vicious intent every fucking time. And again, we've talked about this before. He's he's below average IQ. He's not retarded. It's just he's super
Coachable.
coachable. He is
Coachable.
built. The only thing he could do is work construction or fight, and he's
Yeah.
fighting. You know, that's it. He's never going to graduate college. He's just, that's just not who he is. He is a fucking brawler.
Man, we should talk that guy, the coach, man. He's got Rose and he has Usman, right? That coach.
And he's got fucking Gaethje.
That guy is fucking like he must be the best. He's the best in the whole business. Why isn't everybody just switching over to his camp, man?
It's interesting. It's interesting with camps. There's always an evolving top camp. It's always evolving. And that might be the top one right now.
It's gotta be
up in Denver, up in Colorado, man. Yeah.
Maybe it's that altitude thing.
Well, definitely. But then it's just where it's at right now.
I guess so. Yeah. And of course, we got the big boys to chase.
I was going to say the last one. So, Ngannou is going to have knee surgery, work out his contract, whatever happens. But interim title most likely looks like Stipe versus Johnny Boy Jones.
I mean, they're talking about it. We'll see if it happens. But man, I want to see Jones back. He's getting older and older. I don't want it to. He's got to get in there, man. He's got to get in there again. I want to see him.
It makes sense because you have no other option.
Yeah.
You have no other. You're not fighting Ngannou, and your other choice, if it's not Stipe, it's that Gon guy that almost beat Stipe, who's a monster.
Yeah.
Stipe is your best shot.
Remind me, did Ngannou and Jones go at it?
No.
Did they ever fight?
No.
Oh my God. You know what they should do? They should do like Ali and George Foreman. They should do a rumble in the jungle.
Down in Africa.
Oh my God, that would be insane. The Africans watching Ngannou. Oh
my God. Actually, he is from there. Yeah, that would be fucking up. But if COVID dies down, but all right, Jones beats Stipe. We got Ngannou versus Jones. We're gonna do it in fucking Cameroon. That's where he's from. Do it in fucking Cameroon, man.
Oh my God.
Fucking lions walking around in the background.
You know what I hate, man? Dana never does the big location fights. Just very rare. Occasionally he'll do Brazil, but he never did a McGregor in Dublin. How can you not do a McGregor in Dublin?
Brother, the last 2 years, how is he going to go anywhere? Where is he going to go?
I'm saying before that. He's been around a long time, like in the McGregor heyday. Go to fucking Russia. Go to Moscow with Khabib back in the day. These are missed opportunities.
I think so too. And the hard part is the pay-per-view audience. That's
yeah.
But you just do it. You do it there at 3 a.m. or whatever it is. That's when the event goes on. Yeah.
Cameroon.
Well, but back to Jones and Stipe. Who wins that fight?
Yeah.
Who wins?
Well, I haven't seen Jones in so long. He's been out of the game for ages, man. But I will always believe that he is the best. I think that Jones there was something freakish about him. You know what I mean? Like he just destroyed everybody.
There is something about an MMA fighter that's undefeated. I don't want to hear any motherfuckers act like, oh, John Jones is going to lose. He got disqualified for a bullshit rule. He was elbowing a guy in the face on the ground unconscious, and they disqualified him. He didn't lose that fight. So you've never been beat. You got your ass kicked by your brothers your entire life. But in the octagon,
brothers in the NFL. Yes.
Right. You've never been beat. There is a dog in you. It's just, I can't lose. And if I get close to losing, like the demon's going to come out to prevent that from happening. I take Jones too. I'm a believer until you prove otherwise, man.
And let me tell you, that's no discount to Stipe. Stipe is a machine. Like he's a legit fighter. He could have beat Ngannou, could have happened.
He beat him the first time.
Yeah. And, but there's something about Johnny Bones. Johnny Bones Jones. That's the one.
Bones Jones. Yeah, special fucking. You're the heavyweight champion of the world. You go home at Thanksgiving and your brother still kick your ass. That's funny.
That's how you make a fighter. That's how you make a fighter.
Give him
violence every day of your childhood.
That's right. The big black jeans, and then you get 2 older brothers that are just twice your size and kick your ass every day, and then you become champ. Yeah.
I wonder what Ngannou's story is, though. Maybe he had the same shit. Maybe he was growing up in Africa getting his ass beat.
Dude, he was fucking working in the field, shoveling dirt into trucks his entire life,
really?
Man. Yeah.
That's where that body comes from. Shit.
Yes.
Okay.
He's jacked. He knew it too. He goes to France. He's like, he wants to fight. He wants to be boxer. They're like, nope, MMA.
Well,
should have been a boxer.
So let's say Jones wins, right? does Ngannou have to fight him, or does he say, "Yeah, fucking, I'm going to the boxing"?
Well, it
You know?
depends on what if he. I don't know what they'll do. I would love to see that fight. I think Ngannou beats him, but you never know.
Oh, really? Oh
Can't
man,
Ngannou, you're not gonna knock out Ngannou. You're not gonna
I
do
don't
that,
know.
right?
People said the thing. People said the same thing about George Foreman. You know, no
Mm.
way. There's no fucking way that body against Ali. No way. It could never happen.
Well, you
know?
wear him down. You wear him down. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see if he
Maybe.
gets by Stipe. I think Jones just
Maybe.
that's a good fight. I'll take Jones. It sounds like you take Jones too.
I want to believe, Chase. I want to believe in.
I'm a believer.
There's something really special about like Undefeated. You're exactly right. And like it's like I remember I never liked the Patriots. I hate the Patriots, but there was that one season where they almost did it. They almost went undefeated, you know. And even though I hate the Patriots, I wanted them to do it. Just to fucking do it, you know, just to say I saw it. I saw an undefeated season.
I'm right with you, but that's a team. But you take a man that's undefeated. There is a psychological evolution that goes on. If you like, oh, I learned from the loss, I got better. Yeah, you probably have to do that if you've lost. That's just healthy.
But the other thing is, if that's the case, like you also there's being undefeated, like being technically undefeated, but what you really want to be is undefeated and you win against the best. Like you challenged the best.
But what type of ego does that grow? I mean, you get to the point where like, no, I really can't lose. Like I truly am the greatest. If you're telling yourself this, it's just that's a hard man to beat. That is a hard man with an unwavering belief that I am the greatest of all time.
Have you ever seen it? I
think we're seeing it with John Jones.
Oh man, wow, okay.
I mean, but I think we deal with that arrogance with him. I got all these fucking arrests and all. I'm still the greatest.
Yeah. Well, he's right. That's the thing. Yeah. That's what was so great about McGregor in his prime. Like he talked shit and he backed it up. You know, he was like, I'm better than all of these people. You know, I would describe the division as mine. You know, like
he had some great liners.
It was great.
Yeah, he did.
It was great. That confidence was unbelievable. But then I saw his confidence shake. His confidence broke. It broke. You know, and then you end up with a broken foot, yelling and screaming.
Well, yeah, then it just becomes a raging fucking Irishman. You know, it's just like there's nothing worse. Shut the fuck up.
I had a great conversation with my Northern Irish buddy, Paul. And I remember after watching that McGregor fight where he's just screaming on the ground with his broken foot, just going, it's a fucking bullshit. You're fucking, you know. And I remember asking my buddy, he's like, so does every Irishman just eventually devolve into a raving drunk?
Yeah.
You know?
Where they broke their foot falling down the stairs.
Yeah. And he laughed really hard. And then he said, maybe you're right. Oh, well, at least there's good fights on the horizon, man. We need a good fight. It's been a while. You got to get the year started off right. Get some good fights.
Only thing that keeps the people sane, man. It's like the gladiators back in Rome. You got to have it on occasion.
And that's why Dana White made it happen in 2020. Going to Fight Island. We're making it happen. Fuck COVID. Let's do this shit.
Still my favorite man in the world. Hope I can work for him one day.
You hope to replace him one day.
Maybe. Deep down, yes.
We'll go ahead and end it there then, yeah?
Adios.